everybody.
Sean and Kelly here with the Price and Price Group of eXp Realty.
Where dreams find a home.
Nice tagline.
That's our new tagline.
All right. Real quick, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about why does everyone want to live in our beautiful, beautiful area of Northern Virginia or the DC metro area. I have so many reasons. I mean, like, we moved here for most of these reasons, so this is going to be very easy to talk about.
And this is why, like we always say, that we live in a bubble, and we're always given national stats. Our area is different. These are the reasons why. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, what's so great about your area? Well, let's dive into it. So I'm just going to list them off, and we have a little cheat sheet here.
Yes, so we don't forget any of the fantastic things about living here.
I don't even think I got them all down. We're going to talk about the diversity.
Yes.
The economy.
Yes.
Education.
Oh, yeah.
Recreation. One of your favorites is the infrastructure.
Yes.
Am I going to do all of them?
Yeah.
We have the schools.
Yes.
Healthcare.
Yes. One of my favorites.
That is one of my favorites.
I'm getting old. Go ahead.
And safety. This is a really safe area.
Yep.
So let's first talk about the diversity.
Yes.
You talk about it.
So when we moved up here, this is one of the major things that we were really looking forward to, was getting up here where there was diversity. You got people living from all over the world. You have so many cultures here. We have our kids are so excited to meet so many different people from every part of the world. When we have neighborhood get-togethers, we're like the boring couple who's just from the United States. Everybody else is from Poland and Peru and
U.S. people from the U.S. We're pretty darn awesome too.
Yes.
But it's whenever you've only been
in the U.S.,
especially from a farm in Florida. You know, I mean, it's really awesome to have. We have a huge immigration population, which influences our food and festivals and just absolutely everything.
Yes.
I love it. It's one of my very favorite things. I love all the languages. It's fantastic.
So that's a huge benefit of the diversity.
Yeah, and it's one of the greatest strengths of our area. Not just something that we like the best, but it's a really strong point in education or whatever.
Yep.
So it does give us the cultural and recreational attractions. So we talked about all the food.
Oh my gosh.
We're huge foodies.
Yes.
Right? So foods from everywhere, and not just the restaurants with the chefs and all this, but all the different markets. I mean, we've really been able to make use of our fantastic kitchen, which is huge. I think it takes up most of our house. Right? The rest of our house isn't that big, but our kitchen is. And just learning and having at our fingertips all of the amazing ingredients just right there. It's incredible. So it's probably my favorite thing. I could talk the whole time about the cultures and the food.
Makes date night exciting every week.
It does. So let's talk about the recreational attractions.
Yeah. So things like everything from shooting ranges to professional sports of all the major sports. You know, we have all four of the major sports.
Go Commanders! Keep that in there.
We have
don't forget the museums. I mean, we moved here. Museums and
the trails. And you're not too far from the beach. And you've got the mountains are just a few clicks. Just a little bit away.
Harking them back to your military days.
Yes, that's back when I was back in a Navy SEAL. But anyway, so
in our climate,
the
right
climate,
here we have all the seasons, but not too much of any season. Once you start getting really tired of cold or hot, it changes. It's absolutely
and the movie
glorious.
theaters. Oh my gosh, there's so many different movie theaters, and there's so many different styles of movie theaters. You can go and you can recline and eat while you're watching the movie, and just so many options. So many. Again, coming from a small area in Florida, we had one theater. We had it was bad.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
We loved it.
We love what we have here.
We really love what we have here. Okay. And he's talking about like movie theaters. I'm thinking like ballets.
And theaters, like for real theaters.
Broadway. Oh my gosh.
Yes, they just put in the whole Capital One Center. That was just for us because it's so close to us. Yeah.
Right here. Yep. Okay, it's a very strong economy. We are home to a number of Fortune 500 companies and government agencies. Okay, so this contributes to the affluence of our. Did I say that right?
And affluence and the stability. So we're not as affected by the fluctuations in the economy.
And this does come from a really highly educated workforce.
Yes.
They're not just coming from different parts of the country, which certainly they do, and from other countries, but we have a really strong education system. You talk about some of the colleges and universities.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of the medical institutes here, Johns Hopkins. We've got George Washington University. We have the
Georgetown, University of Maryland.
Yes, we have great just general schools, George Mason.
Virginia Tech,
yeah,
Marymount.
So there's so many options, for parents that, like our son is a senior at George Washington University, and he's able to still live at home with us because it's just a small commute for him to get there, and we got to keep him at home longer.
I love that. That makes me so happy.
But so there's so many educational opportunities here for people, and just.
And then they're put out in the workforce. Yeah. So we've got that, and it's not just the kids that, or I guess many adults, whatever. Is it wrong to call them kids? Adults. I feel like they're if you're in your 30s or younger, you're a kid, bruh. Okay. But also the employers, they're gonna have you, they'll hire you, and oftentimes send you for doctors.
That's a huge factor. So not to get too much in our personal life, but I'm going to. So one of the main things that we left Florida for was because there was an opportunity. And when our older two got ready to graduate high school, we had a conversation with them and said, you're not likely not going to come back here.
I mean, it was a little beach town, so it wasn't. It maybe not weren't the Florida you're thinking of, but it was like a little beach town.
Yeah. But coming up here, there's so many opportunities and so many just different industries, and it's just the economy is phenomenal. I mean, and go into like the income and the median house price.
Oh, I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
But first, one of the other parts about the strong economy is the infrastructure we have here.
Yes. Yep.
So you got your world-class infrastructure. This I pulled from the internet. It's particularly strong in transportation and tech.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got the I forgot the name of the guy. I should have actually typed this out, but it was some sort of organization that gives the report cards for the infrastructure and the integrity of roads and whatever. Okay. And Northern Virginia was among the best in the country.
Nice.
Which we knew it just from experiencing, but I didn't know that our report card was great. We could have just been looked pretty and been falling apart. But
we've got a train that goes straight to New York.
Trains,
yes.
Buses, trains, a metro system. That was another thing that brought us
trains
here.
And automobiles.
A number of airports, not just our one airport that we had, which is so cute and little tiny planes, and it's really expensive to fly into and out of.
And you bring up a good point with that. So we've got Reagan, we've got Dulles, we've got in the Baltimore airport, we've got just options.
And Dulles is an international airport, and it's one of the busiest in the entire country.
Yep.
Home to a number of data centers.
But yes, the Ashburn especially, there's a whole lot of tech out there. A lot of tech companies are coming this way.
And good high-speed internet access.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Except for on Tolston.
Except for that one. They're gonna fix it. Trust.
All right, what else we got?
Okay, now to get to what you were talking about. And this is Fairfax County. This is where we live, and also one of the main areas we work. It's Northern Virginia, but this is gonna be very close to Loudoun County, Prince William County, blah, 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 all the ones.
And what's important about this is we're going to go over what the median income is, and we're going to go over what the median house price is. And you're going to see that the income ratio to what is the national average versus the median house price ratio, the income is much higher. So even though it's more expensive to live here, we do have income that is proportionally higher to that. So explain it.
Okay.
Explain it.
I'll just give you the numbers.
Yes.
So the median household income, do you know what it is? Have you looked it up lately? Can you guess the median household income in...
It was 110 when we moved here, so I'm going to guess in the 130s.
You're right. It's just shy of $135,000 a year.
Nice. Okay.
Do you know the national average?
I was 50s when we moved here, like 52,000, so I'd say probably 60-ish.
Just shy of 65,000.
Nice.
So that's gone up as well. Yep. But it's more than double.
It's double the national average. Okay. What about house prices?
More than double.
More than double. All right. Now what about median house prices?
Okay, median house prices.
Because the houses here are expensive.
We're now over, and I was surprised this seemed kind of low. I mean, this is the area that we work in, and I was surprised it was, I'm going to say only, I don't mean it like that, $550,000.
Yeah, it does seem low. I would have thought it would have been like in the 6 or 7.
I think we're adding in the condos, the studio, because so 550K is our median median home price, whereas the national is $428,700.
So
I pulled this stat today.
So that's what, a 25%. Our housing prices are 25% higher than the national average. My math could be a little bit off on that, but our income is doubled. Yeah.
I want to fact check. I mean,
well, you know it's right. You got it off Google.
Google knows everything. But that does seem high to me, right? I mean, I know inflation. I know it's gone up everywhere, but
the 400 doesn't seem high to me.
It doesn't.
No, I've heard those numbers. It's the 500 for our area that seems low.
Yeah.
So
okay.
All right. So what's next?
Okay. So we also have. We're just gonna say excellent schools. We have some of the top-rated public school systems here in Fairfax County,
which was a big mark for us when we were moving here because we really wanted to. Have
where
that.
we had really great public schools as well, and so we were not used to paying for private. And we didn't want to have to get used to paying for that. So that was a huge factor, and it really is. It's incredible. We can't ever say, just so that you know, if your real estate agent here in our area says, oh, I can't tell you that about the school system, hey, this is a great school, or hey, your kid is going to go here if they live here, we're not allowed to anymore. We have to refer you to greatschools.org for all of that information. But generally speaking, from the information I pulled from the World Wide Web,
we have excellent schools. Yes.
Excellent health care, which we touched on a little bit whenever we talked about all the hospitals that we had. No, we didn't. I just heard you say Johns Hopkins, and my mind went into, you said magical things. So
the healthcare is very, very true. And from a perspective of when we first moved up here, we'd been here about a year or so, and I had a knee surgery. And I took the MRI that I had had from our doctor in Florida, and I took it into the doctor here, and that doctor looked at it and he almost kind of laughed, and he was talking about how it was like 3 generations of MRI machines ago, and it was new tech where we were from. So he showed me the MRI he took, and the comparison between the two was phenomenal, and the surgery was great. And
that's true.
So the procedure, the medical community here is just top notch.
We even experienced that with the kids' orthodontists.
Yes, same.
I mean, they were in orthodontic care.
Yes.
And then we came here, and it's like, wow. This is,
So it's you just can't beat it.
We have 5 of our local hospitals are ranked among the top 50 in the entire country.
Awesome.
And it's not just for the healthcare in general, but it's also for the research they do. So there's a lot of cutting edge research facilities here. I would say I'm really glad that we live here as we're getting older.
Yes.
And I personally would not retire in my older years and go away from a place like this when we're probably going to start needing some health care.
That's right.
Soon. Hopefully not.
No, we are beautifully okay.
Okay, and then safety. Another one of those greatschool.org things. I can't tell you wherever you're going to be is going to be perfectly safe, but Google it. We have a very safe environment here. Now,
considering the density of the populations, you do have some bad areas, but also for the most part, most places are safe.
Yeah,
yes, I've been in some really, really different areas, going and doing showings and everything. And in Northern Virginia, it's very rare that there's an area where I feel uncomfortable. So for the most part, it's been very.
Yeah, but you're a big man. Let's talk about how often I feel uncomfortable.
Well, you just don't like showing condos.
And I'm uncomfortable in crowds anyway. I'm a little bit of an introvert. This is why this is so great. Like, I can totally be myself because no one's here.
Yeah, and nobody can see it.
Like, no one knows anything.
And
like,
the 2 people that watch it, they're our friends anyways. All right. Okay, so what's our conclusion? We're getting a little long-winded here.
Okay, the conclusion is, while the cost of living in Virginia is higher, and whenever you're not from here or just coming here, maybe whenever you live here, you're like, what? I have to pay state taxes.
I have to pay every year for my car.
I have to pay this much for this house that I could have gotten this. I know. But our roads are beautiful. Our area is beautiful. It's you got to pay to play, people.
That's right.
And this area is worth paying in because the play is really incredible.
Yep.
I'm home. I'm home.
Completely agree. We came from no state income tax. We came from, just no state income tax.
We came from a beach.
You came from a beach, no state income tax. So it was like everybody here's ideal dream lifestyle.
Everybody here's ideal dream lifestyle. They're like, why are you moving from Florida? Why are you moving from the beach? That's where we all want to go. And we're like,
let me tell you.
I'll tell you why. I want to wear more than flip-flops.
That's right. That's right. And I want to have some cultural diversity, and I want to have some income. I want to have some opportunity. I want to have some good food besides seafood.
Oh, I do love the good seafood.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some things I miss there. But let me say, you know what? Even whenever we're not making fun of ourselves and our accent, people say here we have an accent though.
That's weird.
When we're being totally normal.
Yeah, we don't have an
like
accent.
Everybody else. I don't understand. I don't think we have an accent. I honestly don't.
We live in a great place. If you're seeing this video from somewhere else and you're thinking about moving here, come here. It's a fantastic
You will
place.
love it. You will love it. You will love it, and you will
love it. I love you too.
Love it like I love him. Well, almost as much.
Almost as much, yeah.